G'day from Melbourne, Australia. You're watching Reaction Extraction.
Calling all stations. Calling all stations. It's time to get back into Manchester. Inspiral Carpets. Inspiral Carpets. These names are killing me. Okay, I'm going to go with Inspiral Carpets. But back into Manchester, which is just a genre I've learned about. Amazing. Probably one of the best periods of music, best concentrations of bands you'll find. So, okay, the song is This Is How It Feels. Now, based on what I know, it's early 90s, probably 1990. The Manchester vibe seemed like it was an alternative rock thing, but it has such a retro 60s vibe to it. It's a really good mix. Okay, now that's what my expectations are, but we'll see. I'm getting to know the bands better and better, so happy to have Inspiral Carpets on the show for the first time. Let's go.
G'day from Melbourne, Australia. You're watching Reaction Extraction.
Husband don't know what he's done. Kids don't know what's wrong with mum. She can't say, they can't see. Putting it down to another bad day. Daddy don't know what he's done. Kids don't know what's
serious
wrong
here?
with mum. So this is how it feels to be lonely. This is how it feels to be small.
Wow.
This is how it feels when your word means nothing at all.
Gee whiz, guys.
Black car drives through the town. Some guy from the top estate left a note for a local girl, and yet he had it all on a plate. So this is how it feels to be lonely. This is how it feels to be small. This is how it feels when your word means nothing at all.
Oh, much more serious lyrics. But it does have a retro feel. 60s retro. Cool drums. Kind of Scottish vibe.
Husband don't know what he's done. Kids don't know what's wrong with mum. She can't say, they can't see. Putting it down to another bad day. So this is how it feels to be lonely. This is how it feels to be small. This is how it feels when your word means nothing at all. So this is how it feels to be lonely. This is how it feels to be small. This is how it feels when your word means nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Okay, that was good. That was a little different. That's a little more serious. This is how it feels. This is how it feels to be lonely. Okay. This is a contrast where if you have the happiness, the jam of like the Stone Roses, this is more of like, I know they're young. Early 90s, these artists are always really young when they start out, and so it's social commentary with I get you're in a movement that's kind of alternative. Again, this song had that 60s retro thing all over it, but it also had a really subtle, well, not subtle, youth angst part, but it was done in a way that wasn't very non-American way to do it in the context of a Manchester sound. But how he sang the song was just very subtle and low-key, talking about your family basically, and this is how it feels. I didn't know it was going to be this is how it feels to be lonely. So it's addressing the youth, it's addressing the youth that feel out of place. And so I can see where the artists were reflecting the time, their fans, and kind of like The Cure, where you'd have a really young fan base because you were speaking to them. This is in a much nicer package. Is that how I should say that? How the artists relate to the fan base of the town you're in, the area you're in, the bands around you. What I've heard tends to be more of an aggressive sound. This was very understated. Lyrics, super powerful. Simple, but addressing a family situation, mom, dad, the kids, and then just the youth expressing themselves. Very low-key, understated song. That was nice. That was nice to experience. Oh, shit. Honestly, I'm kind of used to music from the UK being much more aggressive with teen angst stuff. This might have been one of the more subtle tunes I've heard regarding that time period. 90? Yeah, Manchester was early 90s. A really nice change. But the vocals were still that haunting, floating on top, echo type soft that just keep reminds me of that 60s echo. Even like, but the uniqueness of this, the drums through it, dun, da, 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 but it never got too overpowering. The vocals really shined in that song for a serious message. If it's Spiral, then it should be Inspiral Carpets. Man, am I having a huge problem with names today. Good Lord. But I really like that. The understated part of This Is How It Feels. And the video too. I'll say this about that song. It really set a mood. It really set a mood at the beginning. And not too high, not too low. Those guys really did that well. All right. Thank you for joining the show today. Thank you for watching the show today. Another Manchester band, Inspiral Carpets. I'd be curious about the name. Let me know in the comments about what the name is about. Very relatable. This is how it feels to be lonely. Very relatable. I really do like that. All right, thanks for watching the show today. We really appreciate it. We will see you next time.